All right. Yes. How we doing? So I apologize. I'm not here today. I am in Atlanta for a doctor's appointment, and I apologize for that. Today's a review day for the quiz tomorrow, as you should be well aware of that. No worries. And I hate that I'm not here on the review day, but I'm going to give you literally the exact same 110% identical experience as everybody else. And honestly, this might even be better because I'm going to say the same things, and you can stop this video anytime you want. You can write down anything that you want to, etc., and I would encourage you to do so. I'm going to dive right in to not waste any of your time, but also I'll just give you the heads up. This is going to break down into three parts, as you see in the email. The first one is finishing Julius Caesar's story, which might be like, dude, new information on a review day? What the heck is that? Well, time out. Pretty much every day for the last 2 weeks has been a review. We've kind of recapped our way through the entire section, the entire story of the birth of the Republic and the collapse of the Republic. So, all that to say, it's been a lot of kind of heavy review as we've gone along. So literally and on top of that, the Julius Caesar story is the culmination of the end of it. It brings it all together. It is the collapse of the Republic. It is the official death of the Republic. And so I want you to be able to see that. Remember, think about our power spectrum, right? Power in the hands of one guy over here, power in the hands of the people over here. And our collapse of the Republic is our shift away from the people, shift away from people power toward one guy. Therefore, the death of the Republic is going to be the power in the hands of one guy. So that's the big theme to remember about Julius Caesar. That's why he's so important, why he's one of the most famous guys in history, is he's associated with, and he's given credit for being the guy that brought about the official death of the Republic. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to finish his story, which I kind of did during the false alarm tornado drill. Yikes. And then you'll actually watch the John Green video on Rome, which is really good. And he takes the same approach that we do. He talks about the Republic shift to empire, how that collapses. So actually you'll understand what he's saying, and it'll actually serve as a great review. All the other classes did that. And then third, I'll come back here on another video, and we'll come back here on another video, and you'll get to, we'll talk about the Shakespeare's Julius Caesar setting, and that'll kind of wrap it all up. We'll talk about that conversation. That'll kind of bring everything together as you understand what was the goal of the senators who killed Julius Caesar? Did it work? How, etc. So we'll that'll send you into your quiz. Anyways, let's dive right in. Julius Caesar's story, we talked about it through a series of dates right here. 59 BC, he becomes consul. You remember his background. He becomes consul with the help of Crassus and Pompey. You definitely want to remember those two guys. He only rules for a year in 58. A lot of consuls would do this to keep themselves in a position of power. It was a good strategic political move. He he moved to Gaul, which is a province. Gaul is modern-day France. Half of it was owned by the Romans at the time, so the Roman part of Gaul therefore to a Roman was part of the Roman province. So he goes to the province of Gaul, where he becomes governor of that area. So he's not in power in Rome. He's not consul anymore, but he's just a high-powered Roman guy still, because he's leading a Roman province. But when he gets there, it's not just purely political. He becomes a military commander of Gaul, becomes the general of several troops, 4 legions to be exact, and he begins expanding. He had a lot of military background. Remember I told you he was not a pushover. He was no pansy. He was a pretty tough dude. And so he has a lot of military experience. He's a great general, and he's going to do a lot of great generaling for the next 8 years. So for the next 8 years, we talked about this Friday, but for the next 8 years, he's going to be in Gaul, military general. He's very successful, right? He's going to expand north up through the rest of France, a little bit of Spain, and he's going to go up into Britain actually as well. So he's going to expand a lot and conquer a lot. If you remember, this all stays consistent with our theme. Everybody back in Rome absolutely loves him. Yes, ma'am? I'm filming a video for this class. Quick question, go.
I don't have the reading packet. I don't think I wasn't here Thursday.
Okay, what class are you in right now?
Learning center.
Time out.
Literally filming the first class. There you go.
Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
We're good. Sorry about that. Anyways, very good, successful general. As you remember from our conversation from the last few days, everybody in Rome loves Julius Caesar during this 8-year time period. Why? Because they love successful generals, right? We talk about our overall change in values. We talk about Julius Caesar under our fourth reason for the collapse of the Republic, our overall change in values. We love successful generals. Politicians love the money. People love the safety, etc. So we love Julius Caesar, right? He's doing a lot of successful generaling. Pompey, while Crassus doesn't kill himself, but takes himself out of the picture, becomes a general, dies in battle in Turkey. He's trying to prove himself that he's more than just a rich guy. Crassus is gone. Pompey stays in position of power. He's consul a couple times during that 8-year period. Red flag. The state of the Republic, not good. So Pompey is the most powerful guy in Rome. All he hears about all day long is Julius Caesar. So as I told you, this is where we get to I'm just going to kind of finish the story pretty briefly, but you kind of see the flow of events. All Pompey hears about is Julius Caesar, Julius Caesar, Julius Caesar. Like Julius Caesar's the man. Julius would write stories of their military victories, literally like stories, like a constant blog article, and he'd literally send them back with a messenger to Rome, and they'd read them in the public areas. So literally, Pompey one day sends one of those messengers back to Julius Caesar with the message of, hey man, you've done so well, leave your army in Gaul, come back to Rome so we can honor you. And Julius Caesar reads right through the lines, knows what that means, and he knows that at this point he and Pompey have become rivals. Pompey's jealous. He knows that means if he comes back that Pompey's going to kill him. So he does not come back alone. He comes back with his entire army. In 49 BC, he's going to march into Rome with his entire army. That is super significant, and we don't have to go super into detail here, but that is super significant because that means that he's literally marching on Rome. No general that had an army out in the distant provinces was allowed to come inside the Italian peninsula. That was not in their jurisdiction, if you will. That was considered to be invading Rome. So he is literally invading Rome. So by definition, he's marching his army into the city of Rome. Right? When he does that, what do you think Pompey does? Pompey flees because he's freaked out at this point because he knows that everybody loves Julius Caesar and that Julius Caesar is a very good general. So Pompey flees, and Julius Caesar is in charge of Rome via military overthrow. There was not an ounce of blood shed, but he's now in charge of Rome because the former ruler, and I say ruler not lightly because now Pompey was pretty much in charge, but the former leader, most important guy, Pompey, flees. Now Julius Caesar's in charge. On top of that, what do the people do? They love him. They all bow down to him. They're like, yes, we love you, right? Total change in values. The Republic is out the window. Pompey flees. JC's now in sole command of Rome. 48 to 47 BC, Julius Caesar's going to hunt down Pompey, literally chase him around Greece, Anatolia, down to Egypt, and kill him. Actually, anyways, basically he just hunts him down, right? He's going to come back. So in 46 BC, Julius Caesar's named consul with no co-consul, and then right after that, basically 45, but we can say 46, 45 BC, he's named dictator for life. What's significant about that? How much power does a dictator have? All of it, right? Dictator has all the power. So he's named dictator for life, meaning all of the power is in his hands exclusively, which means the Republic is officially dead. Why is the Republic dead? Well, the collapse was the shift away from people power. The Republic being dead means that people have no power. All the power is in the hands of one guy. So to finish the story, in 44 BC, Julius Caesar is stabbed by all the senators on the Senate floor. Why? Because they're trying to save the Republic. More on that after the John Green video when we talk. More on that after the John Green video when I come back and we talk about the Julius Caesar Shakespeare's story. Okay, but that is Julius Caesar's story. Now watch the Rome video and the Crash Course video, and you'll see all this pan out in the review. I need to cut this video for time, but I'll also recap a few of these thoughts afterwards.